In the words of Lil Kiki, it got to be the G. This is a look back at something that you would have thought would have been much bigger than what it is. We all remember on February 1st, right? You don't? Let me remind you. February 1st, Grambling announced NIL First will pay Grambling State players an annual income. In the NIL deal, believed to be the first of its kind, Grambling State University is positioning itself to pay each scholarship athlete annual income. This is not a story rehashing that story. This is not a story even asking for more information about that story. This story is basically about why haven't anybody else, any other HBCUs, done the same thing? It's been 3 months. There is no movement. There is no information newly about this from anybody else. Grambling has always positioned itself to be the black Notre Dame. Their 15 black national championships, they will put up against anybody else. I believe if they feel, if you're going to count championships from before black folks were allowed to play, we're counting all of ours. And they will fight you to the end of your life on that. So what does that mean? What is the question? What do you want here, coach? This school has always been forward thinking. They've always been a powerhouse. They were the first of its kind to think outside the box and say, hey, screw that. We can pay everybody an annual income. Not one HBCU has thought of the same deal. If not the same deal, any other deal of its kind. That was Power Five thinking. We can argue about what happened since then, about the urban edge and all that, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. But the thing is, they thought about it. Has anybody else made any other statements about that? Yeah, you can go to Jackson, and Jackson, publicity-wise, and Deion can help you find an NIL deal if you're good enough because, you know, he's Deion freaking Sanders. But nobody has ever thought on this level about paying everybody. Why is that? Why is Grambling going to be the one to lead us again? They're going to be the one to say, hey, look, we tried. We tried to give y'all leeway, give y'all an example, but you didn't want to listen. So once again, we here at Grambling will be the first ones to pay all our players. And by doing that, I'm not saying they got to pay them $450,000. But I am saying this, and you can take this any way you want to take it. A percentage of players come out of a disenfranchised home system. I did not say black, I said a percentage of players. Doesn't matter what color they are. They look at sports as their way to get to a college degree. They go to big schools because those coaches promise them the world. And when they get there, realize they lied to them. If Grambling is going to go ahead and pay all of his players a salary, and be honest with their players, there is nothing that's going to stop them from once again being the Black Notre Dame. Or better yet, having Notre Dame be the white Grambling. Because that's what they're on the cusp of doing. People aren't paying attention to this. Grambling State right now is $5.8 million away from dominating HBCU and FCS football. $5.8 million away. And it's that damn simple. They have the legends. Or Jackson like to say, standing on tradition, blazing the trails. Ain't nobody got a tradition like Grambling. I can I can almost clearly say, ain't nobody in any division got a tradition like Grambling. HBCU, FCS, FBS. Well, folks, I'm still looking. I would love to see somebody else jump up like Grambling has. But until then, waiting for the fall. If Coach Jackson can be half the coach as Coach Robinson, y'all in for some trouble. It's Coach Simmons, and that would be a hell of an impact.